All right, guys, I got a special treat for you here. I got a real professional football player, guy who's done it, doing it, and actually had some people looking at him to bring him on the Dolphins, which would be nice because you know how we need offensive linemen. I want you to meet Jarvis Tank Courtney Sr. He's currently playing in the IFA. He's an offensive lineman. You can probably tell by the way he looks. And so we're going to show you some of his film, talk about him, give him support. He's on the Twitter thing, and anything you could do to help him out. He's a great guy. I've been talking to him for a little bit. Just a real stand-up, awesome guy, the kind of guy you want to support. So Jarvis, thank you for coming on, brother. I really appreciate that, man. 100%. How you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
Excellent, excellent. So, yeah, I love the offensive line. I think they make the NFL world go round. I think everything starts with blocking, and then the skills get enhanced from that. So you're in the trenches. You play left guard and right guard. Just give us a brief history. Big boy, 6'5", 300. He was telling me he benches 450 and 41 times on 225. So this guy's got physical gifts. So where you been playing, and then we'll get into the whole Dolphins possible opportunity.
Okay. Well, I've been playing football since I was 7. I first started playing professional football in 2019 for the West Virginia Rough Riders, and I ended up playing for the Skyhawks out in Washington State. And then, going up the ladder, I ended up playing for Salina Liberty out in the AF1. And then I played for the Wichita Force, Rapid City Marshals last year out in South Dakota. They ended up folding. So I went back home working out, training, and working to put some money in my pocket. Got a son I got to provide for. And I ended up getting this opportunity out here in Alabama playing the IFA for the Astros.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so you had put some film up. When was that film that you sent me? Is that from this year?
Yeah, that film was recent. That's recent film.
So your season's done now, right?
Well, it's kind of in like a little middle because there's so much stuff that's going on right now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So tell us about you. What kind of play you are. You said you play left guard and right guard. A little, because you are a pro. I talk about the offensive line. I would say I am an enthusiast of the position. I know a little bit, but you are the guy playing. You're doing it. So tell us what's the difference between the two positions. Where you think you fit best. What's your strengths? Just tell us about you as a player.
Well, I never strapped my helmet up to take an L from anybody. You playing offensive lineman, you gotta have fast hands. You gotta continue to have your feet moving. Your feet can't get stuck on the ground because they get stuck on the ground, you're gonna lose. I see it's like a one-on-one battle every time. You gotta keep your feet moving, fast feet, fast hands. Don't get beat inside and don't get beat at all. I feel like right now for me, I'm strong at right guard and left guard. And like I said, I do play a little bit of center because I played center and arena football too. But I feel like as for me, I'm strong at right guard and left guard.
Well, we love players that can play multiple positions. That's a good aspect. What's the deal? You talked to me a little bit about someone coming to say to you and saying, "Hey, maybe the Dolphins can use you." Give us a little lowdown on that, brother.
Oh yeah, I can't remember the person's name on Twitter, but they had mentioned something and was like, the Dolphins can definitely use it. They need some help on the offensive line, and adding you to the depth chart playing offensive line could, could definitely help us. And I was like, hey, I'm ready right now. Like I'm ready. Let's make it happen. If y'all call me and fly me out, I'm ready to put it on and make it happen.
That's the dream. So we can hope that the Dolphins are so thin. Their front line looks pretty good. I mean, they got Patrick Paul, they've got Jonah Savaianaya, they've got Aaron Brewer at center. Now they got James Daniels at right guard, and then they got Austin Jackson at right tackle. But Liam Eichenberg and the rest behind them are very, very sketchy. So that'd be great, man. I hope you get it. Do you have an agent or anything like that that's reaching out or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do. He's working behind the scenes. He's talking to some people. So we just, when the time comes, we're gonna be ready. He just telling me stay ready, so I ain't gotta get ready.
That's awesome. What do you enjoy the most about your position? Like, why ultimately did you choose the offensive line?
Because I'm able to dominate a person and not get in trouble. So I can beat up on another man without getting in trouble. Like it's legal. And for me, I'm a protector as a person. I'm a
Yeah.
protector around, what I'm saying, the people that's connected to me, my family, my son. My son is autistic. So
Oh,
it's what I'm saying, for him being that, it just put my protective instincts like on another level than a lot of people. So, that's the reason why I chose to play offensive line. And I just see, as for me, when I got the quarterback behind me, I just picture him as being my son. So the same way I got to protect my son, I got to protect my quarterback the same way, and I stand by that.
yeah. I have a really good friend. His daughter's autistic, and it's pretty profound. And it's a lot, and he feels the same way, and it's not an easy course, but you actually learn to love a lot more. When you have
Mhm.
children in general, you learn to love, but when you have a child with needs, it definitely grows you up. So you like to protect. What do you prefer? What do you prefer? Pass protection over run blocking? What really gets your drive? And you said you like to dominate, so he like to get the guy, yoke him up onto the pads, and then drive him
Yeah,
into the. I
I
saw
think
some
it's
film of you doing that too.
yeah, yeah. For me, I think it's run block because you get to turn that engine on. You know what I'm saying? It's you got the engine on even though you pass blocking, but you're able to really turn it on when you got to run
Yeah.
block because you got to get them up the field. You got to open up the holes and everything like that for the running back,
Mhm.
or if it's a QB draw, you got to open them holes. So yeah, run block for me.
Now I've always said, especially with our team or any team that likes to pass a ton, if you're an offensive lineman and you're really not able to get out and run block a lot, and you've got to constantly set up and pass protect, pass protection is almost like you go to defense because you're playing a defense. But doesn't it feel better? Doesn't it give you more confidence? Doesn't it give you more drive when you're able to bash them and add that physicality to hit that defender who's been using speed on you while you're dropping into your passes? Doesn't it bring a comfortability, a stability, uh, rather than sitting in pass protect all day? Am I wrong?
Oh no, you definitely right about that. You definitely right about that. Like you just said, like a lot of these defensive players right now, they're going, what I'm saying, try to do the push, pull, or swim move or rip. You know what I'm saying? Like for me as an offensive lineman, I'm watching a lot of defensive linemen. Just learning from them. Learning from a lot of guys that I look up to playing offensive line, Panay Sewell that play for the Detroit Lions. Then you got
Oh, good. We could have
Trent
had him.
Williams that, yep, Trent Williams that play for the 49ers right now.
Yeah, I think he's
So
like top five all time.
yeah, left tackle. So I'm definitely, putting my craft in with theirs and just combining everything and just becoming the best version of myself. So when I get out there, what I'm saying, I'll be able to dominate all these defensive linemen.
I mean, if you're a defensive lineman and they're not running the football, especially on third and long, it gives them such a different edge. It gives them advantage, doesn't it?
It really do, but that's why it's important as for an offensive lineman to perfect your craft.
Yeah.
As well as this, you're in the gym and you're strength training and what I'm saying, you're doing a lot of conditioning and everything like that. But I feel like for me is just the main thing is perfecting your craft. So when you do gotta sit and what I'm saying, your pass protection and everything like that, you're able to, what I'm saying, counter whatever they bring to you.
Now, when you're in, like, say, a two-way go down where you can run the football, you've had a little success on the run, but you could also pass, say, 2nd and 5. Do the defenders get a little uncertain? Does it give you an advantage when they're not certain what you're doing, and the down can kind of give them a little bit of this or a little bit of that? Does that give you a little bit of edge as an offensive lineman?
Uh yeah, because sometimes it can be kind of confusing for them. You know what I'm saying? They don't know if it's gonna be on one or if it's gonna be on two. Someone can jump off, um, and just, like throwing like passing and everything like that, you're able to jump set them or anything like that. But because they never know what's coming.
Now, I've heard some people talk about when they lined up a guy across from them. they're looking at them and they're watching where their hand is, where their foot is. They're seeing some tendencies. Do you do that? Is that happen?
I sometimes I do, but I'm literally looking right at their chest. I'm looking at their hips because wherever their hips go, that's where they gonna go. I never, you know what I'm saying? I never get psyched out by anybody using their hands or anything like that because wherever their hips go, that's where I'm gonna take them.
Do you notice any like when you're playing a guy? Do you know if you've played him for a couple of quarters? Do you kind of get what what he's doing, where he's going? You get a feel for him, though, don't you?
Yeah, I think for me, it's probably like the first two drives. The first two drives, I got you because I catch on fast. I'm a fast learner.
Yeah, and then you get a good idea about what his physical capabilities are.
Yeah.
Who's the toughest guy you've ever gone against? And what was about his skill set?
I think it's one of the guys that I played arena football with in Wichita. He plays for, I can't remember his name, but he plays for the New England Patriots right now.
Oh, really?
He was a defensive end, and he was fast and strong. And he always told me like, Tank, you're making me better. And I'm looking at him like, hey, you making me better. So you know what I'm saying? It's we putting this thing together for real. But he was one of the toughest guys I went.
And he was on your team. He was on your team.
Yes.
And then that's another thing too, is when you've got good offense and a good defense and you're practicing, it does elevate your game. And that's why sometimes some of these teams, they've got an overwhelming side of the ball and the other side's not so good. And that can kind of dull the knife a little bit. So that's great, man. That's great. That's great. And he's playing for the Patriots. Oh, I wonder what his name is.
Yes, he's playing for the Patriots right now. I could try to.
Nah, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it, man. Don't sweat it. We don't like to talk about the Patriots anyway. All right, man. I'm going to throw up some of your film that you sent me. I would love to watch you. Is there any way to get like an all 22 of your stuff, man?
I could try to find something.
I'd love to. And I just like, maybe you and I will talk at another point. I just want to learn more, Okay. So here's your film. I slowed it down a ton, try to zoom it in and just go over, the play, whatever you want to talk about. I'll just say stop. If you want to say stop, it's okay. I got a wife. I'm used to being told what to do. So all right, here you go. Here's you.
Oh yeah. So on this play right here, I was helping my center block someone, and that linebacker, he had blitz late.
Yeah.
Like I said, you always your feet gotta stay moving, your hands gotta stay moving. So I was able to, slide right and pick up that late blitz. And as you can see right there, I'm picking up that blitz, and my quarterback, he's just rolling out.
And it's a bad situation right there, but you don't quit and you didn't hold. I saw your hands, man. You were looking like I'm going to hold, but you didn't. You kept on fighting right there, man. That right there, you stayed with it and you freed the quarterback up, man. That's a smart play.
And we scored on that play too.
That's awesome. All right, let me get to the next one. And that's a key. It's so easy to get a penalty. I guess people don't really understand, man. It's happening in a split second. And if something happens, you want to grab that jersey. That was real smart. All right, here's another one.
I know what play this is. This is a run block.
It is where you open them up, man. Look at that. That's right. You right there, right in the middle.
He ran right behind me. He was telling me he was telling me the whole game. He was like, Tank, I'm running right behind you. We took about 15 yards right there.
Oh yeah, you pushed him back about 15, maybe about 12. That's a great. That's nice. Do you remember that play? Like, how'd you get him? So look at him right there.
I got up underneath of him.
Oh yeah, you dominated him on that. That's such a great feeling. That's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing. Good job. Let's move forward here on the sucker. Here's another one. This is another good one by you.
This touchdown right behind me.
Yeah. By the way, guys, he's just to keep your eye on it. He's playing right guard.
This one. The gap.
Yeah. It's a little slowed down. We'll just give it a second. Here you go. That's you right there in the lead right there, right?
Yes, sir. Got to clear the way.
7 yards, man. You took that dude back. And then you peel back and you give the guy a little shoulder and that put the TD on, man. That's good. You got good, awareness.
Yes, sir.
I don't have all your tape, but it's so easy in that the first one for you to hold, and you didn't. You kept your composure, and then you finished it off. And then on the same one, you turn your head around and you pick up that secondary block. He might not have got in if you didn't get that second chip.
Yeah.
Use your pass blocking.
Got out of there. My QB, he's so shifty. He was like, if he catch a hold and nobody open, but when he was passing, he said he gonna take a run for us. So we got him out of there.
I'm gonna go back over there. I should have done a little bit of better editing here. Let's take a look at this. It's hard to see you. You're right there with the black sleeves, and a guy gets into you, but you get your feet down, you lock him off, and then you push him past, and that's just the right opening for your quarterback.
Sure.
Good work, brother. Good work, man. That's that 450-pound press and 41 225 seems to pay off. You look like you're strong. You look like you're a mauler. You got good. You got good hand placement. You get those hands.
Most definitely.
That's awesome, man. So, last little bit here. When I first started doing this thing in 2021, I just kept fixating on your offensive line. When you have team film breakdown, how critical is the blocking? I mean, doesn't the coaches, when they're doing the whole team, it's about the blocks. First, it's about the pass blocking. It's about the run blocking. Am I wrong to say that blocking doesn't set everything else up, all the skills? Are the skills beholden to the offensive line and the tight ends and whatever other secondary blockers? What do you think about that? Am I overdoing it?
No, you're definitely not. Everybody got to know how to block. Even the wide receivers, the running backs, the fullbacks, tight ends, offensive linemen, we the main ones. I see it as if you can't block, you can't be out there. If it's a run block, one of the wide receivers got to pick up a block, or the tight end got to pick up a block. Everybody has to know how to block. Everybody has to know good hand placement. Everybody got to move their feet. Like, blocking is really the key to this game, because if you don't got no blocks, you can't score.
No. And the football is about violence. I mean, that's the bottom line. And so blocking on offense is really the only time you can physically, running back put himself into it. Yeah. How violent does it get?
It's like, a lot of people don't like being in the trenches. It's a lot. You can see a guy that's built like Hercules, but we tell him to get in the trenches. It's a scary scene for a lot of people. But for me, like I said, as me being a protector, I like that position. Like I said, I'm able to dominate a guy in front of me without getting in trouble. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's my job.
And that's, really, that's all it is. It's about one side physically dominating the other. And some guys, I played my little time in college. I had a running back, and the guy looked like Barry Sanders. He was so talented. This is way back, 30-something years ago. And this guy was running like a high 4.3. But every time he wanted to get hit, they would make fun of him because he was afraid to get hit. I'm dumb as a box of rocks in a lot of ways. I didn't care. I loved it. But there's certain people who could play the game. And then there's certain types of people who could play in the trenches. And that's why, for me, the trenches are the heart of football. And so you have to have guys like you that are protectors, that are willing to give up their body. Because, I remember running into, our star running back, offensive lineman, and hurting him. Because I made a bad cut and I got in trouble. I was like, dude, you're a walk-on. You hurt the star offensive lineman. You guys get bashed in the back. You're getting bashed in the front. You got people falling at your legs. It takes a special person to play offensive line. And if you don't got it, you're a little bit of trouble. Now, one last little bit. Can you speak on the chemistry of the blockers? How critical it is? I mean, obviously, I don't believe that you could train a guy and he could know all the right steps and he could have perfect chemistry. He still needs the physical talent. But if he has the physical talent, he doesn't have the rest, he's not doing anything. How important is the whole kit and caboodle? Because the offensive line, I think, needs more chemistry than any other unit in football, actually. Is that true or wrong?
No, you're definitely right. I feel like if you don't have an offensive, it starts around the offensive line. If you don't have a line, the quarterback is not protected. The wide receivers, they can't score. They
Mhm.
need us like we need them.
Ooh,
You
I
know,
love that thought. Baby,
the
keep
offensive lineman, the offensive lineman, we everything. You know,
Ooh.
we got to communicate. Communication is key, because if we're not communicating, our quarterback getting hit. You know what I'm saying? He's getting injured. Our running back's getting injured. Possibly we're getting injured because we're lacking communication. Communication is key. And just,
Explain to me, break down some communication, because you're a pro, dude. You could bring nuances that my viewers are not going to get. So we get to the line of scrimmage. Break down your last teams, the way they communicate, who sets the mic, who sets the communication, how it works. Just replay it for us if you can.
Well, for this team, they say like the center, we got to go off the center. But for me, I see things way quicker than a lot of people do. Like that video that you showed, you know, I can't rely on someone else to see something, and you know what I'm saying, and I mess up my assignment, or I mess up the whole play. That's why when I go up to the line, I'm seeing everything before anybody else see it. Like that video that you just seen. I washed the guy down because I seen that late blitz coming. I was able to pick up that blitz because I seen it. Even though I'm blocking, I'm still looking upfield. I can see everything.
Well, what about like
And you just
pre-snap? Like how you going? So you get to the line of scrimmage, just go through like a little, like how it looks, what's going on. So you get to the line of scrimmage, it's a run play or a pass play. We'll say a pass play. It's a little bit more exciting, I guess. What happens? The center comes up. Does the quarterback call the mic, or the center calls the mic, or they work it together?
The quarterback usually called the mic. And like that play, the quarterback didn't call the mic because he showed the blitz late. So I just, like I said, me and the center, we both was blocking on that 3-tech. So I washed the 3-tech down. You know what I'm saying? And then I picked up the mic that was coming in late.
Now, do you communicate with the guy next to you? Is there any way like saying, hey, look, you have private communications with your tackle and your center when you see something, or are you just waiting for them to call out all the calls?
I usually call switch if I see something.
There you go. That's the stuff I'm looking for, man. That's exciting stuff.
Like you mentioned earlier, sometimes looking at the guy's hands and everything like that, or the defense lineman, they give themselves away because sometimes they be angled. And I call out cross. I'll be like, okay, they crossing. If you watch the whole film, the end and that tackle, they had crossed. I already seen it. So I called that down to my tackle. I was like, okay, they crossing, they coming. As soon as they came, they crossed. We was able to pick it up. I catch on to things quick like that. And I see
there's a lot of talking going on among the offensive linemen, right?
Most definitely. Yes, sir.
And so that's a huge aspect. Smart. And that's a funny thing. They always say the offensive linemen are dummies. They're probably the smartest guys.
Oh, no. We're the smartest one out there. And
besides the quarterback, maybe,
Yeah, the quarterback, yeah. But I was talking to one of the guys the other day, and, when it was like skill players, I was like, skill players? I said, you really got to think about it. The skill players are the offensive linemen, because we the ones that really, even though the wide receivers, they got to run their routes to a crisp and everything like that and catch the ball, our techniques got to be to perfection.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The way we align our feet, how our bodies are lined up. You know what I'm saying? Like say if you playing in like a tackle position, like your right leg, or say if you playing right tackle, your right leg got to be a certain length back. Left tackle, the left leg got to be a certain length back. Like everything it's almost like math for real.
Yeah, I know that. And the thing is, you could have 4 stud offensive linemen, and one guy, he even could be a stud, but he's totally off on that one play, and everything just breaks down. And that's why and then you tack on the tight ends and whoever else is blocking, man. It's to me, offensive lineman is the most difficult and most beautiful position group, because it's so hard to evaluate. You watch film, but you don't know what the calls are. You don't know what they're supposed to be doing. And you got 5 guys plus a tie. It's, to me, football it's so deep. It's so mysterious, but there's nothing more mysterious and deep than the offensive line. I just love it, man. I respect you, man. I was never big enough to be an offensive lineman. And the Pee-wees, they had me play offensive line because I like to hit people. That's why I became a running back. But yeah, brother, man, I love that whole Twitch thing. So when you said you had a Twitch, now does that lingo change between different teams? Sometimes is your coach setting that lingo? Are you guys setting the lingo between you? How does that happen?
Um, it it depends. But sometimes the coach will leave it to us to call out, you know what I'm saying, we see something or a certain name we could call or anything like that. But like I said, like someone coming in a late blitz or anything like that, or we got a double team, whatever the case may be, I'll call out switch and we'll just go from there.
That's cool. That's cool. And that's the thing too. It's like, you have them line up and that's easy, but then you get the delayed blitzes, you get the guys doing the twists and the stunts, all that stuff. It is so difficult. That's why you're seeing, and I hope you get there, these offensive linemen getting insane amount of money. The value of these offensive linemen is skyrocketing. I hope you get a piece of that, brother. So anyway,
Yes,
I thank you for stopping by. I definitely would love you to come on again whenever you get the time. I maybe break down some of my Dolphins film as an offensive lineman. You can kind of show from your point of view. Tell us where they can find you, watch you, promote yourself, bro. You deserve it.
Well, they can follow me on Twitter, Frank_Tank_52.
The
My
tank.
Instagram is Jarvis Courtney 1. And I got a YouTube channel and it's Jarvis Courtney, but that's my old film. But I'm like here in probably like a few minutes, I'm gonna start uploading some recent film up there and everything like that to post
I'll
that
be
so
checking.
everybody
I'll
can
be
watch
subbing
that.
soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Appreciate it.
So, I don't know. I would love to see you on the Dolphins. I would have a contact. I'm going to be praying for you. I'm going to be hoping for you. Maybe somehow we can push you forward. Keep working hard, brother, man. You're a good guy. I mean, I've talked to you so much. I love talking to you today. And then you're strong as a monster. I mean, you're strong as a monster. And you
Yes,
show
sir.
yourself to be a good player, man. I hope the best for you. Definitely going to be rooting for you. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please support Jarvis Courtney, the Tank Courtney Sr. He's a good guy. He's a good football player. I'd love to see you on our team or any team. You deserve it. Best luck with you and your son. Again, thank you for stopping by. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. Curtis and Jarvis the Tank saying, be well. I mean, you might not be saying it, but I'll say it. Go Fins. Curtis and
Yes,
Jarvis.
sir. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Start building your own online sports book today by getting signed up with aspirations.com service that'll allow you to book action on sports from all around the world.